All right. Well, once again, we decided to do a local heroes video, and I reached out to Coach Orr. How's it going?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself, Coach? Why don't you go first?
You betcha. My name is Coach Orr, and I'm the boys varsity basketball coach at Rice Lake High School in Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and I teach elementary Phi Ed at Hilltop Elementary. So I'm married and have 6 children.
Awesome. Well, and the guy in the tie, we're gonna. This whole video is about him, but we're gonna let the dad go first. Kevin, go ahead.
My name's Keven Jensen. I'm Connor's dad, and we've been in Rice Lake in the district since he started school. So had a great opportunity for him to play some basketball with Coach Orr's team this year, and it was a lot of fun to watch it.
All right, Connor, this whole video is about you, buddy.
Hi, my name is Connor, George Jensen, and my dad did part of that, and I like basketball. It's so fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about is the night. I mean, I was in the stands, and it was amazing to watch the whole thing. Coach Orr put Connor into the basketball game. So was there an actual name for the play?
You know what? There was. We called it. We worked on it in practice leading up to the game, and I think we called it the Connor Special. So it was a play designed for him to get the ball and clear out and let him drive it and take it to the basket. And we worked on it hard in practice, and he did a great job of executing it.
It was amazing that the Eau Claire North was able to work with you guys, and it was a great circumstance. I happened to be at the game, of course, and it was awesome. And I know that Connor's dad, Kevin, and I kind of made eye contact a little bit later. I could tell had to be a great moment.
Oh, it sure was. It was a special moment, and the feel of the stands. Not only the Rice Lake fans and the student fans, but the Eau Claire fans as well. They were really there to support the game and the players, and Connor was well supported.
It was awesome. And how did it feel, Connor?
The ending kind of weird.
When you got lifted up?
Yeah, and that was incoming. That I did not know that coming up.
Well, and I've been kind of holding on to this. I got to show you something. It was pretty cool. I printed this off. I don't know if you guys can see it real good, but this is pretty good form, I think. Isn't it?
I was looking at that photo when it first hit the waves, and he's got a pretty good shot there. Coach, you did well.
He's got the hand cocked and everything else. Yeah. Look at the intensity, Coach.
Absolutely, yeah.
Look,
yeah, that was that game. I wore a suit because during all their games, Connor is always the best dressed assistant coach on our staff. He's always the best dressed. I'm like, hey, tonight I had to outdo him, so I had to put my suit and tie on for Connor's night. So that was one time I might have outdressed him. And then after that, it'll probably never happen again.
Never going to happen again, even dressed up for the meeting.
Absolutely right, Tony.
I started laughing. I saw this picture, and I was super excited for everybody. And then I saw I was in the picture.
There you go. And the cool thing too, Tony, was Connor works really hard leading up to this. I mean, I know there was a girl. I don't know if it was a girls' game before us. There might have been I think they were practicing. And Connor probably shot about 300 shots before the game even started. And, obviously it showed that night. So.
Yeah, he went 2 for 3 that night.
It was awesome. I remember, the whole circumstance, and then being able to steal the ball a little bit later. But earlier in the game, before that, when he first went in, and then they called a foul on him, and I thought the referee was going to get booed out of the place.
That's my plan.
That was part of the plan, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty funny, but it was awesome, and it was great. And I tell you, as a fan, it was a tough year, Coach, but you know what? it didn't matter at that point. It really didn't matter. It was so amazing to see Connor get in the game, and then the whole activity happened. It was great.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think a couple things that we touched upon. I mean, you know, the kids that we had on our team this year were high character kids. They were great kids. You know, we didn't win many ball games, but they competed. They played hard. And just by the reaction of when the horn sounded, they ran out to the floor, carried Connor up, and it was like we won the state title. You know, I mean, that was the atmosphere and the electricity in that gym that night. Yeah. And a cool thing, Eau Claire North's best player, Dalton Banks, he texted something on the bus ride home, and it just said just how unbelievably proud he was to be part of this, and how excited the Rice Lake community is and how proud they should be. And, you know, I mean, I can't tell you my emotions like that evening, but even the next day. I mean, I had so many people come up to me and talk to me that were so touched by that. And and so many emails. And I told my players the next day, I said, you know, you guys did something that was so special. And, you know, not only did you affect people in our community, but in the country. I mean, Connor's video went viral, and it was on SportsCenter, tweeted it. And, I mean, it was – I have never been part of something that I was, like, so proud of. And, you know, and Connor's so deserving. He's an unbelievable young man. He's a hard worker. He's been a part of our program for the last 4 years. And, you know, he's just an amazing young man. And he's a great, great, great kid.
Well, I got to know Kevin Jensen, and I got to know Connor and Keven through the boys basketball program. And it just was one of those things where it's been an amazing growth. And as you know, that I've been involved with the youth sports for many years. So going to the Rice Lake Warrior games, it's quite of a jump. I see them for, you know, middle school, and then all of a sudden on the varsity basketball program for the most part. And you're right, it was full of characters as far as good quality kids and the growth, and it's amazing. It's also just super amazing to be a part of it as a fan and be stood back and watch the interaction with Connor and the players. It was great. And like you said, both teams, the fans, everybody. I don't know if there was a lot of dry eyes. I really don't. It was a very emotional moment for everybody, you know. And I know, not to, you know, the day, you know, Keven Jensen, you know, I watched you walk past, and I could tell it was just that proud moment. And Connor was so excited, it was crazy. Then stole the ball and went back at it again. He wasn't done.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. I want to get more shots to win, but we did not. But that's okay. But
that's right. It's great. And I know one thing that I do, you know, I never script these things. It's just us sitting down and chatting. But I'm supposed to ask you your favorite food. I don't know the story behind the whole thing, but what's your favorite food?
I don't actually have no favorite foods anymore. Used to was mac and cheese and pizza, but no, not anymore. So.
What about on the bus, Connor? Which you always didn't you used to bring like these worms or gummy bears or something on bus trips?
Yeah, just worms and
gummy worms.
Yeah, but
those are still your favorites.
Yeah, still is my favorite still, but I'm not eating that no more. But used to.
Right. Well, that's super awesome. Well, Connor, is there anybody you want to say hi to?
Not much.
No, just the entire class of 2020 probably, huh?
Yeah.
There you go. A lot of friends there. It was kind of strange how it all kind of got cut short, but we really wanted to just bring light to everything. And, man, Connor, you're a local hero, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks.
And we're hoping too, and we didn't even get a chance to talk, but we're hoping Connor is going to stick around and help us, do some coaching here in the future. That's what we're kind of hoping for. So once we can get together, we're going to we'll sit down and we'll talk some more about that. Right, Connor?
Yeah.
Coach, just so you know, him and his agent have been talking, and so they've got a basic contract ready to go. So
Awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's been great. Well, I appreciate everybody getting together. We had some technical difficulties a little bit, and actually we tried to sit down right away in the first week or so after everything was kind of shut down with the school, and it didn't happen right away between all of us. But I really appreciate everybody getting together right now. I really do. It's a great story. Hats off to all of you guys. Obviously, Coach Orr for having the idea to put him in, and just thank him for 4 years of dedication to the team and everything else. Obviously, Mr. Jensen, we appreciate your time and everything else, and sharing your son with us, and just enjoying everything.
Well, and I would like to thank Coach Orr for all he's done for Connor. He and Connor are best friends, and he means a lot to Connor, and he's taken him under his wing, and I want to say thank you to Coach Orr for that as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate it. That means a lot.
Thank you very much. You got him to dress better too. That helps. It's a great situation, guys. I appreciate it, and I feel so horrible for the class of 2020 as far as graduation and all those things, but they're never going to forget this moment that happened that night in that basketball court. They're never going to forget it.
No,
they're never going to. So we're not going to let them either. All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for the time. I appreciate it. And we'll see you down the road somewhere.
Absolutely, Tony. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
Not a problem. Thank you. Have a great night.
You bet.